Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the top 10 best attainable centers in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. There are a lot of very good centers that you can get for relatively affordable price points. Nobody on this list is going to cost over 500,000 MT, and a lot of the guys on this list are not nearly that expensive, to be totally honest, although they are decently expensive. The center position has a lot of good options, but they all cost like a decent chunk. There's nobody on this list who's incredibly cheap, basically, although a couple of them are getting cheaper. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, number 10 is Amethyst DeAndre Ayton. Yes, his diamond will be on this list later as well, but his Amethyst is still a pretty solid card. 80 speed, 74 three ball is definitely a bit low. You'd like to see that be a little bit higher, but I do like the card overall. I think he's a solid, well-rounded big. I think he's good defensively, has a smooth enough, easy enough to time jumper, and he is the cheapest card on this list as well. Now that his diamond came out, he's only about 50 some odd thousand MT, so he's gotten a lot cheaper today, which is a good thing. Definitely makes him a lot more accessible for the average player. The best probably cheap big you can buy in my team, and it's really not all that close. I think DeAndre Ayton is a pretty easy option for the number 10 spot. He's the cheapest card on this list by a decent chunk as well. Number 9 is Mo Bamba, who is also, I don't believe he's a buyout yet. I think he probably should be, maybe, I don't know, but he's rare, which is partially why. 7 foot with a 7'10 wingspan, 82 speed, 84 3, 85 standing and driving, 90 interior, 94 block. I like his jumper. Honestly, he and Ayton are pretty similar. I think Ayton's the stronger, a little more inside big. Obviously, I'd say Bamba probably a little bit more of a pick and popper. They're both good defensively. The 7'10 wingspan helps Mo Bamba out a lot. Both of them are really good cards. That being said, even though I have Bamba one spot higher than Ayton on this list, I would absolutely pick up Ayton over Bamba based on value, because Ayton's now 60K and Bamba's still not a buyout. So that to me is a no-brainer, and I think both these cards are really good. And I mean, honestly, this list top to bottom is pretty close together. Like, there's not a huge gap between these cards. And like number 7, this is a card where if you can shoot consistently with him and you like his shot, which I do, you could argue him higher than number 8, 100%. Tyson Chandler, one of the best defensive cards in this list, if not arguably the best in terms of speed, size, and defense. 87 speed, 88 vert, 92 strength, 96 interior, 96 block, 95 standing and 90 driving dunk, but a 62 three ball. It is low and it is a bit inconsistent at times, especially with them shrinking the green windows on rhythm shooting at least a little bit. But I still think he's a great card. I think his release is really solid. I think he's an incredible finisher and an absolutely impeccable defender. He is an impact card at the center position. Definitely, especially if you can shoot consistently with him, I think you could argue him higher than this. And a card that like this at number 8, to be fair, is pretty indicative of a deep list. I will say, like, I think overall this is a very, very deep center position, because Tyson Chandler's a great card, and I like that there are a lot of good options that you can buy on this list and that there is a pretty solid amount of variety. So next up at number 7 is PJ Brown. He is basically a slightly smaller but very similar Tyson Chandler with a plus 11 three ball, 73 three ball. They have the exact same jumper, both him and Tyson. Interior finishing and defense are the centerpiece of the cards. Obviously Tyson is an inch taller and he's got 87 speed, not 81, which can be kind of nice. But the additional three ball for PJ, for me, for the average person anyway, would put him a bit higher. I think they're both great cards. They both can play the center position at an elite level, both of whom are king of the court caliber, competitive level cards. And I think everybody else on this list is exactly that. There's a lot of great cards in the center position, and I think they're both really nice options. So you could argue him higher if you wanted to. Willis Reed is my number 6. I'll be honest, this card isn't, I think ideally he's a power forward because he's only 6'10", and not only is he only 6'10", his player build is not massive for 6'10". Like, for example, a Jaren Jackson Jr., who's later on this list, has a huge player build for a 6'10" player. Doesn't look 6'10". Willis does. That being said, he's got one of the best jumpers, probably, well, the best jumper on this list, I would say, in my opinion. 90 standing and 90 driving, and still incredible interior stats and stuff. Good quality versatility still athletically, and he is one of the best pick and poppers on this list exclusively off of the fact of how good his jumper is. Having that Kobe escape is a nice little plus as well. I think Willis is elite. I think he's better at power forward than he is at center. I probably wouldn't run him at center ideally, but I think he's a great option and definitely deserves to be included on this list. And number 6 felt like the right spot, at least to me, to put Willis Reed. So a very, very good pick and popper, another very, very valuable card at the center spot. And I'm running at power forward. I mean, I think Willis is a guy who a lot of people can run regardless in their team. Number 5 is going to be Miles Turner. if it'll load anyway. Miles Turner he has one flaw. He's missing a lot of badges. That's the biggest thing with him. But great jumper, 80 speed, 88 3 ball, 90 standing, 85 driving, 90 interior, 94 block, really nice smooth jumper, 6'11 with a 7'4 wingspan. He's really, really solid, but he needs Deadeye, slippery, immovable, off-ball pest, on-ball menace. That means you're not gonna have lightning launcher, break start. You kind of need break starter, so that means you know what? With the amount of badges he's missing, I actually think I have to move him down a little bit. I'm gonna move him below Willis. I know Willis is an inch shorter, but I like Miles's jumper. He's 4 speed slower than Willis as well. I low-key think with the amount of missing badges, I still think he's a very good card. I don't want to take away from that, but I'm gonna move him down. Actually, I think I'm moving down more. I'm sorry, I'm moving Miles Turner down. I like this card, but he's missing too many badges, and that is an issue. I think this is pretty fair. Number 4, again, like I said, the list is pretty close together, and this is a good indication of that. Number 10 and number 4 are the same player. Now, obviously, this Aiden is a noticeably better card. +4 speed, +8 3 ball, much better all-around badges, just a more complete card, better Hoffs, all that type of stuff. But I think they are pretty, like, not that insanely different. I will say they have the exact same animations. This is a better version, better stats, better badges, more complete, but it does kind of also indicate the lack of huge gap between the center position, that Diamond Dayton and Amethyst Dayton are like 6 spots apart on this list, even though they're not hugely different cards. So a lot of good center options on this list for sure. I will say that. But I do actually really like this Diamond Dayton card. I think he's legitimately solid. Hoff Posterizer, Hoff Rise Up, Hoff Box Out, Beast High Flyer, Paint Patroller, Post Lockdown, Area Wizard. And I will say that Kimba Escape, it's something I didn't mention with his Amethyst, but it's nice on both of them. Kind of gives him something to do off the dribble a little bit, get a crab occasionally as well. His shot is not as good as Willis Reed's or even probably Miles Turner, PJ Brown, Tyson Chandler, but that's not always the most important thing, I don't think. And it's still a very good, very easy shot. So he's still nice. Moving on to the number 3 spot is going to be Jack Sigma. This Sigma card, I understand that there are some people who are like, oh, he's no longer attainable. You can't get him anymore, I know. You had 7 weeks to get him, though. He's worth including on the list. If you didn't get him, honestly, that was kind of on you, because he was by far the best of the rewards. I was telling everybody all season, get Jack Sigma. So if you didn't get him, that is honestly on you. And if not, it's fine. There's still a lot of good other centers at this position you can run. But 80 speed, 93, 92 interior, 90 block. Amazing finisher, defender, but also shooter. Not only 85 standing, I guess isn't that insane. I think he's very, very, very good. I think his jumper is absolutely spectacular. That's one of the best things about him, is another elite jump shooter. That pippin behind the back is kind of nice as well. But really, it's the pick and pop eliteness and also the defensive ability overall that makes him really, really good, really complete. And I think number 3 for him is completely fair. I really like Jack Sigma a lot. He's a great card. Number 2 is going to be Chris Bosch. Love the Bosch switch as well. He's also awesome, honestly. They did well with this card. It's one of the only things 2K's done well about season 2, honestly. But Bosch is an elite level 40, 6'11", 7'3" wingspan, very complete stats. The only real flaw with him is low steal, low block. Not that big of a deal. The block rating, I guess, is a little annoying. You're not going to really get chase downs with 78 block. Not that chase down blocks exist that much anyway, though, to be totally fair. He's got a nice jumper. I like his shot a lot this year. And obviously the stats and badges are really complete. Great speed for a center. Like, I like this card a lot. He's really well done. Definitely one of the best bigs in the game, and one of the better level 40s we've seen in a while. I think they did a good job, honestly, with Chris Bosch. He's a good level 40. I just wish the rest of season 2 could hold a candle at all to Chris Bosch as the level 40 and was on a similar level to that at all. And then number 1, and call me a crazy person, I know he's only listed at 6'10". I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is the best attainable center in the game right now. The reason especially that I think that, player build is not 6'10". With the 7'4" wingspan especially, he's bigger than Miles Turner. Like, he is a big center. Or not a big center, but he is not a small center. He has 87 speed, 88 3 ball, 85 standing and driving, elite defense. He's an incredible defender, of course, but he's a great shooter too. Awesome jumper. He's got the speed, he's got the size. He's similar to Willis Reed in that fast jumper, really good pick and popper, who's also got great all-around stats and badges, but he's faster than Willis Reed. He's got a bigger player build than Willis Reed. I think he's got better defensive animations than Willis Reed. I always think Jaren's animations defensively are awesome, and he always plays like a 7-footer. His player build is just really, really big, and that is valuable. So for me, this is my top 10. Again, I understand these cards are very close together, especially once you get to about 8 and up. Like, well, really all of them, but number 8, and I feel like you could switch number 4 and number 7 or number 8 if you wanted to pretty easily. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely opinion based in a lot of ways, but this is my list. So let me know what y'all think of it in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Base.